back, no.
I battle with fears all of my life, acting for peers, caught in the lights, running from pain, running from change, feeling revealed.
Welcome back to the Let's Chop It Up podcast. Let me say this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Run these numbers up, man. I don't know why we only getting like 2 views. Nah, I'll play with y'all. Nah, we appreciate y'all for tuning back in, man. I know lately I've been saying this and I'm going to keep on saying it more and more. God has purpose for your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me. God is doing something, you know? You gotta have faith. But with that being said, this is the Let's Chop It Up podcast. Let's get straight into it. This brother here, we've been wanting to have him on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's been hiccups, delays, but God's appointments is perfect timing. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But let's get into it like this. It's your brother Mo. I'm here with my boy Whiteout.
Yes, sir.
And we got the Serpent.
Hey, what's happening? What's good, people?
Hey, you actually be serving though.
Yeah, I try.
Hey, I wonder if there be rappers out there with that title or the name of the servant and don't even be serving.
I'm in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, serving nothing. Boy, say I'm playing the game all day.
Yeah, it's like I'm a waiter.
Nah,
I'm a Christian and a waiter. That's the only serving I know.
Yeah, we call it a serve, man. You know, it's just, you know.
One thing I want to speak about real quick, your consistency, bro. You consistently dropping stuff, man. You consistently well, you said it's EPs. To me, I thought they were albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if that's just the EPs, I can only imagine what the album's going to be like.
Yeah, man, it's about quality. And every time I talk about my music, I always compare it to Cain and Abel. Like, Cain didn't give God his best gift, you know, and Abel did. And that's why he blessed it. It might not be the best, but it's definitely going to be my best. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to, and I love music too, so I'm definitely going to push myself to do good. You know what I'm saying?
So how many projects have you dropped, bro? And what are their titles? Like because the first two, they have like kind of strange names.
Can't even
I did it on purpose. Everything I do is on purpose.
I dropped out of school because I couldn't read too great. And then you over here doing this to me in the faith, bro. I ain't dropping out of my faith though, but I'm just saying, like, why you doing that, bro?
It's funny because these words are Greek words. Yeah. So a lot of these words were familiar with the first century saints. They knew what a cornucopia was or what eudaimonia meant. You know what I'm saying? And basically, my first project is cornucopia. And what cornucopia really means is a cornucopia is one of those things you see at Thanksgiving time. They put it on the table. It got like fruits and vegetables and squash and all kind of stuff.
Thanksgiving pilgrims.
Yeah, but what that really means, it means horn of plenty. So horn of plenty, and it's like shaped like a horn. But what it means, what the project meant, if you take the artwork and the name, you see the guy blasting past all these calamities and things going on in the world. Yeah. And with that point, what I was trying to make was that God will sustain us. He will be our horn of plenty in this pandemic. During these times of trial, he's going to make sure that we prosper. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it looks like on the outside, he's the source. So that's what that meant. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the meaning of it. But I be trying to catch people off guard because I want you to go look up what it means because there's a deeper meaning.
I had to. Yeah. Whenever it first dropped, I was looking it up because I was just like, you know, it's crazy. Before I even really spoke to you or anything like that, I saw the album, the artwork, and I was like, hey, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that's what made me, like, I think, send the original friend request. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this was before the podcast, before all that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's a dope picture, artwork. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the name was kind of like, it made me question. It's like, okay, what is this? You know what I'm saying? It's not, but I'll say this also, it kind of goes over to your music because not only is it like catchy, not only is it like you may not want to hear this, but it's vibey, but it's also lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Like
the lyricists in the house.
You know what I'm talking about?
Try, bro. I've been doing music since I was like 10, 11 years old. Yeah. People don't know I used to play the violin, French horn.
Oh man,
used to
bass.
Come on.
Yeah.
You don't play no more?
You might catch me on the corner, you know, playing for quarters, but that's it. I'm playing.
Man, that's tight. I seen violin in some worship churches be using the violin.
Yeah, man, it's just, I've always had that intimate love for music. It's unexplainable. Like, I used to listen to Beethoven in elementary school.
Man.
Like I used to tell my mom, hey, go get me Beethoven CDs.
It was a prodigy.
So I just, I don't know, it's something, I can't even explain it. From the age of 8 or 9, it was just in me. Like, I don't know what made a black kid from the hood go say, let's listen to Beethoven, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was something in me, you know what I'm saying, that God obviously placed there.
Some of us was watching Beethoven, you was listening to Beethoven.
Listening and trying to play, but I found out that I suck, so I just gave it. After a while, I couldn't read music, and it was just like, okay.
Yeah, I can't comprehend that side of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I can't hold a beat to save my life. but I'm gonna hold on to the Lord's word. That's the thing.
You lying. Mo a low key rapper on the cool.
Even then, bro. Nah. You could ask anybody that I've dropped bars for.
Yeah.
It's like, are those 16 or am I still under? You know what I'm saying? It'd be fire, but it's like, is it?
Is it on? Is it like, what is that?
Am I even on beat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go, man. That's what's up, man. So, was the latest project? What was the acronym for it? RDD? No, Rods.
Real ones don't sit still. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all always say real ones. Y'all talk about real ones. Y'all some real ones for sure. Like
Appreciate
not just
that,
saying
thank
that
you,
because we
sir.
on camera. Y'all know we go way back. So,
Yeah.
but I heard somebody say that on a show though one time. It was just the way he said it. It wasn't really what he said. It was the way he's like the conviction he said it with. Like, man, real ones don't sit still. Like,
Man.
I was just like, whoa. Like, no matter what, you can't sit still. Like, it's just an extension of what I've been preaching on all my other projects. Like, keep it going no matter what. No matter what adversity you face, no matter what trials you face, be motivated, be encouraged, be inspired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep on going, keep on pushing because God has something for you. And that's basically what ROS stands for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Real ones don't sit still. You got to keep moving. There's quitting is not an option. You know what I'm saying?
Who's on the cover of that one? Because
I actually made that cover myself.
Man, come
on
on.
an app.
That boy ain't sitting still.
But it wasn't like a specific athlete. It wasn't nobody. Let me find out. I used to play football in high school, and it's just like a.
Yeah, I just put it to like, you know, you got to be resourceful when you're independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then my original artist, he's from the Philippines.
What?
Okay.
He did the first two covers, but like he kind of fell off. Like he been dealing with some stuff, so I kind of had to work my jelly myself. You know what I'm saying?
So you ain't trying to sit still. You're like, I'm a real one. I gotta live it up.
Yeah, I can't
make
sit
it happen.
still. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man.
It was
And that
prophetic.
project, man, you have like a buffet of Houston features. You know what I'm saying? Who's on it?
Got John Soto, Fire Garza, of course, Anthony H, and 3 the Soul Trapper, and my partner Issa Rebel. Yeah, we got a lineup like crazy lineup.
Yeah, man, that project is mad, bro.
Oh,
like,
and
it's
my
like,
partner, I'm sorry, my
No,
partner
go
Jay
for it.
Tone, he's on there. He's from
Tone.
Houston too.
Okay, Jay Tone.
Yeah, he's done some stuff with the New Cool. They had like a song popping on Engine for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, because I was telling Mo last week or 2 weeks ago, I was like, bro, have you know, the Serpent dropped this new project? I was like, man, that thing fire, bro. And I was trying to show him a few tracks, you know what I'm saying? Because
They both say trying like I was just like no.
I
He
ain't-
showed me. Now he showed me a few tracks. Go.
you were in my car, I was in your car, I forgot.
You were in my car.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying. I had to ask permission for the aux cord. No,
Oh, yeah.
nah, but man, it
was
to me,
Bluetooth.
like, I didn't know that it had dropped, bro. And when I finally heard it, I was like, bro, I love the lyricism. That's one thing I love about you, bro. It's been like a year we've been like, we need to get the Serpent on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because some people, I feel, they kind of rush through raps for some reason, or they're just trying to put something out. And I noticed your rhyme scheme. I noticed the way you rap, double syllables. You know what I'm saying? I noticed you're trying to say something, and you're on beat. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a
appreciate
rapper's
that.
rapper. Like
Yeah.
you respect what rap is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It just comes from being a student of the game first. Because I learned those things from somebody else that taught me. You know what I'm saying? It's just studying hip hop and what it is and how you can, you know, fit in the pocket and, you know, set up schemes and word plays and a lot of stuff I learned from Eminem. Like a lot of times it seemed like he was rapping fast, but what he was doing double syllable rhyming, rapping fast, like saying it, like rhyming the same word over and over. You know what I'm saying? Pac did it. He rhymed P's. You know, PPP. You know, it's just different ways you can play with words and literature, and that's why I feel like it's an art. It really is. You know,
Man, we're talking about literature, Beethoven. Where we going?
I don't know, man. But it is a craft that needs to be taken serious. And no offense to anybody, it's just sometimes it's like I could buy a mic, so I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like and every Mac product now comes with GarageBand, so I'm a producer also. So God has called me to do rap.
buy
and it's like,
templates and all that.
Yeah,
you
it's
ain't even
like-
gotta have your own sound. You could just buy a sound from somebody, and everything you do automatically sound like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with that, you lose the importance. You lose the creativity. You know, and it hurts at times because it's like people disrespect hip hop and people that really put time into their bars. A lot of times it feel like we go unnoticed or we go overlooked. So when people I ain't gonna lie, when I put my EP out, I expected people to like it, but you know, the love I get, it just be overwhelming sometimes because people notice the small things. You know
You
what
ever
I'm
be
saying?
thinking to yourself, man, I just want to break it down for y'all because I don't think y'all heard what I said.
A lot of times. Bro, it's a lot of stuff I say that it goes over people's head or they won't catch it unless I break it down for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, let's go back, man. I want to ask about you're from Houston, born and raised.
No. I was born in Louisiana.
Born in Louisiana.
Yeah.
At what age did you come to Houston?
Came to Houston back in like 99. I was like 8 years old.
So you're Houstonian.
Yeah,
Basically.
so I've been in Houston for a long time, 22 years, 20 years.
So you left right when they was taking over the 99?
Yeah, for Juvie and the 99 had to burn.
Yeah, he's like, y'all taking over, y'all can have it, I'm gone. Nah, but
what really happened was I grew up, my mom, she was single, raising 5 boys on her own.
Oh, man.
I'm named after my dad. When he was there, he was real abusive. He was an alcoholic, a drug addict. And so him and my mom fought a lot. I saw them fight a lot. I saw them chase each other with knives and just all kind of crazy, toxic stuff going on. Man. I was actually running away by the age of 7. Like, I was running away from home, and my mom would have to come find me. And, there was a lot of toxic stuff going on down there. And we were in and out of battered women's shelters at a young age. I just remember it being real unstable. And my mom, she had a friend that moved to Houston. So she was just like, man, come to Houston. Like, y'all can live with us, get on your feet, whatever. And so she did that. My mom, she took me and my brothers, moved to Houston.
How old were you?
I was like 8 years old.
8 years old. Were you oldest, middle?
I'm the middle child, actually.
Okay.
I got 2 older brothers and 2 younger brothers. My oldest brother, right when we came to Houston, he ended up getting 18 years for aggravated robbery. So he was gone for most of my childhood.
Wow.
My brother over me, he went to the Army. He tried to do some stuff.
That's crazy because that's 2 different stories right there. The one gets locked up for 18. The other one, that's when he turns 18, he goes to serve.
Reminds me of Blood and Blood Out.
Man, for
real.
real.
Yeah, for real. Like, it's real. Like, you got to make your choices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially, like, I moved to A-Leaf. You know what I'm saying? And back then, we lived on Corporate Drive. And you know what I'm saying? Corporate Drive was vicious back then.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy, like, treacherous. People getting robbed all the time. Like, just.
That's where all the apartments are at, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I got a homeboy that he always used to talk about it because I was from the north side, so I didn't really know all the streets, but he would always be like, man, Corporate Drive,
Club Creek.
Club Creek. Club Creek.
Horrible,
he took me over there and kind of introduced me to that little hood.
Yeah, it was bad.
Pocket.
And ever since then, he been banging for A-Leaf. No,
yeah, man, but
one thing I want to ask, so whenever you came to Houston, father's out the picture for real then, right?
Yeah.
Or did he ever try to
come? No.
So your brother gets locked up the same year y'all leave. Your other brother, shortly after, he ends up joining the Army. So you didn't have a male figure growing up.
Nah, man. And my mom, she did the best she could, but like 2 years after we moved to Houston, we ended up going to a homeless shelter, Star Hope downtown. It was it became too much for my mom, and so.
Hey, you was down the street from me.
Yeah,
City Gas Park.
City
Gas Park. You was at the park then.
Yeah, I was like, and I went to this school called Rusk Elementary, and
that's the school I went to. I live right in front of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What's up, bro? Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Hey, there's a school by your street.
Yeah, that's the school in front of my
that
house.
boy literally lives like on the same street.
Small world.
Yeah,
I was in the elementary. We probably was there together. You know what I'm saying.
What was your teacher's name?
He got me. But so I watched my mom struggle a lot, man. And me not having that male figure in my life is what pushed me to the streets.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like my mom, she's a Christian woman, God-fearing. You know what I'm saying?
All of that. I'm going to go look for some of these class pictures. It'll be crazy if I find you one, bro.
Yeah, it would be crazy. Yeah, we probably might.
Because if you didn't go to class with me, it was either me or my brother, because my brother was 1 year younger.
Yeah.
What year were you born? I'm over here trying to fact check 90. I was 8 and 9, but I flunked 4th grade, so we was probably in 4th grade together.
Dang.
And I flunked 6th grade.
Hey, that's gonna be the story right there. Mo and the Serpent.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Let's drop that mixtape. No.
That's gonna be the album art, bro.
Yeah.
Rusk Elementary. What you mean?
That's hilarious.
We're gonna post it in front of the school.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's how you know I ain't capping though.
Hey, my boy from the hood.
But nah, man, it was just rough, man. And I guess me wanting to be accepted is like around the late age 11. But I don't want to skip over anything. Really, what kept me good in the streets though, I was always smart. Like I was always on AB honor roll. I was always doing good in school. So when I was young, bro, I focused on school. Like I was smart, bro. Like even in high school, I had got this letter. My big brother vouched. My brother's here, but my big brother Tim, he'll vouch. I got this letter to come to D.C. because of my grades. Like I was trying to get into UT, trying to top 5% of my class. I was shooting for all of that.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you had your head straight at that point, like grade wise.
But I'm skipping ahead. But
okay.
Back in, like, you know what I'm saying? But as I got older, when I came outside, everybody would be gangbanging. So me and my brother, we getting bullied. Like, it just got to the point where we needed protection, and our protection would be joining the gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have no choice. You got Cholos over here, you got Bloods over here, you got all these different gangs, and they like, who you with, fool? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just me and my little brothers at this time. You know what I'm saying? My big brothers, they gone. They out the picture. Yeah. You know, so
you had to play that role for them.
Yeah, man, it was rough. You know, we fought a lot. We got into a lot of stuff, and it's like when I turned 13, 14, I started getting affiliated with the Crips, and it was like a family to me. They accepted me. They loved me. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like what they were about was good. They were talking about loyalty and all of this stuff, and I bought into it. You know what I'm saying? And I sought out to be the best, you know, whoever I could be. You know, and that led me into starting to get into trouble. We started stealing cars. We started robbing people. Bro, in high school, I was driving stolen cars to school like it was nothing. Like, we was pulling up in Range Rovers and Texas Edition Toyota Tacomas, driving them, pulling up.
Stealing them good cars.
Yeah, we was stupid because we didn't sell them. We was driving them. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like we was getting no money and then like we would rob people in the stolen cars or ride through the hood. Like, we was doing it for fun. Like, and I just started getting in trouble, bro. It started like in high school because my mom, she fell with like depression and mental health. Like, so she really wasn't there to push us like as much as we would like her to be, you know, disciplinarian. And we already don't have a father figure, you know what I'm saying? So we doing whatever, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. And the first time I went to jail, I ran from the police in a stolen truck.
Man, how old were you at that time?
I was 17.
17, okay.
Yeah, I was hitting cars in Sugar Land with a friend of mine, and I guess the police had got on to what we were doing, and they saw me. I was already on probation for something else, and ran and flipped the truck, got out. You know what I'm saying? Ran from the police, hid. They tried to hit me with like 3 or 4 felonies at once. They tried to hit me with larceny, evading arrest in a motor vehicle, burglary of a motor vehicle, and some other stuff like. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to
throw your way, bro.
Yeah.
But, bro, when I say that every time I went to jail, God was there. His grace was there. Even my first time, they dropped 4 of the felonies. 3 of the felonies. I ended up getting evading arrest in a motor vehicle. And they hit me with a 1244A, which is a paper that drops a state jail felony down to a misdemeanor. So I ended up getting blessed, bro. Like, that don't even show up on my record. You know what I'm saying? But immediately after I got out there, back into the streets, and when I get out this time, my mom, she moves from Houston, so she leaves. Oh, wow. So now me and my brothers, we have no family.
She kind of left y'all?
She left us, but it was because we were getting into so much trouble, bro. Like, at this point, we were just...
It was all 3 of y'all or just...
It was all 3 of us, but mainly me and my little brother, we was running mates. Like, we was... We was waiting in the bushes for people. We was going crazy. Like, we didn't, you know, like we was just out there, bro. Like, we was just doing whatever. Yeah. On drugs, everything. Like,
so she left. At this point, you never been in church. You never were.
I actually grew up in church, but it was like, it just like I seen a lot of stuff in church. I was actually at one point I was going to church like 3 or 4 days a week. Like my aunts worked at the church and everything.
It was a
prominent church. Like, I was a part of the youth ministry and everything. It's just I was always the trouble child. Like everybody had these nice like lives or whatever, and I would be the kid that had the 9 in my backpack at church. Like,
but you said you saw some stuff, right? Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah, in church, man, it was like it's hard to say this, man, but it would be grown men who would like try to take advantage of people I knew, and even me. They would come in with like homosexual favors and
man, that's crazy.
Just, you know, a lot of people I seen them do stuff that they wouldn't like. It was just a double-sided thing. Yeah, and it just seemed like the streets was real. Like everybody was who they said they was, so I could rock with that.
And the church seemed fake because
it seemed fake, and it seemed like they didn't really want to address real issues. They wanted to sweep that under the rug, and as long as the ministry's running, then you know. And so. I don't know, I just gravitated towards the streets more, you know what I'm saying? And I felt more accepted there, you know what I'm saying? Because there were some things that also happened at my church that I was blamed for. Like, this one guy said that me and a couple of, it was a little kid. He tried to say that me and a couple of the other youth were, like, doing some stuff in this room that we weren't supposed to be doing, like, sexually. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't true at all. Yeah. It wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? So it was just weird. Actually, I wasn't even there. It was, I don't know what was going on, but my name got brought up. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It was like people didn't trust me. It was weird, bro. There was a lot of stuff going on because this church I had grew up in my whole life.
Yeah.
And like even till this day, I still can go back, but it's just it's just weird. And so I kind of lost my trust for ministry in the church. But so I went to prison. This is before I went to prison. I ended up going to prison. Bro, I did so much dirt in the street. I could keep going on. Like it was crazy, bro. Like I ended up going to jail for a burglary, getting probation for that.
That was your second time, or?
Yeah, this was a burglary of a house though. Okay. So this is a felony. The first time was breaking in cars, a misdemeanor, but now we stepped it up to breaking up in people's houses. And it was so crazy because I thought I was so untouchable, bro. Like I would dress up in uniforms and go breaking people's houses. I put on like a disguise, bro.
UPS.
Like not UPS, but we used to wear these like yellow vests and act like we going around doing surveys, all kind of stuff, bro. We was just wilding, bro, like really wilding. And God was giving me grace this whole time, bro. Like I'm not seeing it at that time. I'm just living life and feel like I'm making not the best choices, but the easiest choices. Like,
you know, as you're saying this, it reminds me when I was young. And the crazy thing is, like, we don't think it's, like, that bad. Like, we just think to ourselves, like, for lack of better words, like, it's fun. I'm just out here living life. I'm having fun. But in hindsight, it's like, bro, we was wilding. Like, things was... And I think a lot of people, we forget some of these things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we see the young kids doing crazy stuff, and we just automatically toss them to the side. It's like, man, they lost cause. And it's like, bro, we was lost causes too.
Yeah. And I have a heart for them, bro, because I know. Like, you'll see me go to boys' homes. You'll see me go to youth. And it's because I know I've been that person. I've been that person without someone to look up to. Yeah. And someone to trust. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust nobody. You feel like it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody's fair game. You know what I mean? And at the age of 18, I got shot. I didn't tell y'all this, but I got shot. The bullet is still lodged in my shoulder. You can see it right under the skin. I just don't feel like taking off my hoodie. But the bullet is like right underneath my skin, bro. And I feel like that was God letting me know, bro, I'm sparing you. Like, my hand is on your life. Even though I wasn't getting it at the time because I had so much going on. Yeah. And then at the age of 21, my daughter's mom get killed by a drunk driver. Man. At the age of 22. She was 22 years old, bro. And
how old was your daughter?
My daughter was like 6. She was in the car too. Oh, my daughter lived.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that just weighed on me, bro, and just made me like really dark. Like I had a heavy heart. I didn't even look at people as people. Like I just looked at people like whatever. Yeah. You can be a victim or whatever. Like I just looked at it like that. And it's how a lot of people think in the streets. Yeah. And that darkness is where I come from. So that's why my music be so raw, cuz I know that people not trying to hear like all that fluff. They want to hear that real.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they already have that perception like you had at the church where it's like, y'all claim y'all Christian, but y'all doing all this wild stuff.
And the beautiful part is people see me today and be like, nah, bro, that couldn't have been you. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's the story. Yes. It's God, bro. Like that's the story. Yeah. It's two totally different people. Yeah. Totally different. You know what I mean?
It's new wine.
Yeah,
that's
new
that
creation.
Old wine skin.
And so fast forward, I don't want to drag on
No. But so 18 you get shot. How old were you whenever your baby's mother passed away?
21.
21.
And this is still before church.
No, this is like at this point I'm not really in church like that.
Yeah, before.
Like,
so
yeah. And so like, but like a year or two later, God started really pulling on me. God started really pulling me. I ended up going to jail, and I would just do mischievous stuff, bro. Like I'll buck the law. So I ended up going to jail for trespassing, and I went to jail for trespassing one time. I spent 30 days in jail. Something simple. You know? Me, I'm like, man, I done been in the penitentiary. That ain't nothing. 30 days, like whatever.
I'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's like, but God started pulling on me, bro. He started like really like showing me that what I was doing was wrong.
What was it? What was it that made you start thinking?
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be honest. God spoke to me in the holding cell, and He said like, the strangest thing to me. Wow. It was like somebody said it, but I was just like, what? I know nobody said it, but it was like, it was vocal, audible. I could hear it clear as day, like me and you talking. Yeah. And He said, show mercy, for you've been shown mercy. And I was like, what? Mercy? I'm in jail. Like, what mercy are you like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, man, whatever. I'm not buying it. Like, I'm not hearing it. And I'm in and out of prison. I get out of prison that time. I ended up going to jail for a home invasion after that. It was an inside job. The guys out, like, it was I got to give y'all the story behind this because when I got out of prison, I was homeless. A lot of times that I was doing these crimes, I was homeless. I didn't have nowhere to stay. So that's really the backstory. Like, I don't have no support system out here. I didn't have a support system at the time. So me, I'm just doing what I knew to do best to survive. Like, not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, yeah, I was a piece of crap for, you know, hurting and harming people. But at that time, I didn't really know any better.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really know any better. So I ended up I was homeless. And I ended up sleeping in this laundromat. I was sleeping in a laundromat in some apartments. And it's crazy because I have a picture of me and I was in that same laundromat. I got on this scruffy muscle shirt with these sweatpants on. It's wintertime. Like, and these guys, they were Bloods, the opposite gang that I was.
Yeah.
And they was like, hey, homie, what you doing over here? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know, I got people. They like, nah, bro, we know you ain't from over here. We ain't never seen you over here. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, man, bro, I'm homeless. And they took me in, bro. Man. It was crazy. These people took me in. Blood, like the opposite gang took me in, bro. Yeah. And they taught me how to sell dope. I had never sold dope before that. They taught me how to sell dope to, you know, make ends meet. And
it was the enemy. No offense to y'all, but.
Yeah, it was the enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was weird, but like them taking me in kind of softened my heart a little bit. Because I was like, man, these rival gang members, they know I'm a Crip. Like, because when I went to prison the first time, I got a prison tattoo going down my side. Yeah. A Crip tattoo. And they knew it. Like, it wasn't nothing I could hide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it was like really my life was in their hands. But it was God, but he showed favor to me. Even like in those, like, that's how I know it's God. Looking back at those times where it was like, yeah, bro, like it was just, you know.
They had compassion on you.
And so I ended up going to prison with them same dudes. They ended up taking me in. We ended up getting close. We ended up hitting this lick together, inside job. They asked me to come with them. They had already had it set up. Yeah. This dude, this African dude, it was a play on him. This girl they knew he had money. We was going to break in his house. She was going to let us in, all this stuff. It go down. Bro, a good Samaritan followed us from the lick. We got caught in traffic. Man. Tell me why the laws end up hemming up, because we was like 2 cars deep. The laws end up hemming up the dudes in front of me. I get out the van to run. A good Samaritan, a random person said, hey, he was with him. Oh, man. And the laws get me. Oh, man. Wasn't getting away. Like, God was like, nah, you about to sit down. Yeah. Yeah. And so I go to prison for the first time. Speaking to this is why I went to prison. Like, I went to jail before, but this is my first time going to the penitentiary. Yeah. So I went to the penitentiary, and I ended up getting my GED, bro. Valedictorian. I had the highest grades in the region. Wow. Like, on the GED test, it's like a 700 for a perfect score. Mine was like 690 something. Wow. Almost perfect. It was crazy. Like, God was just like, man, you're meant for more. Yeah. I got out of prison that time, homeless again. I stayed out for 5 months. Go back again for another burglary of habitation. But this time, it was different. Yeah. Wasn't no in and out. Because at this point, bro, I had done so much crime, the laws had been doing their investigations on me. They was, like, watching me. Yeah. And so, first 9 months I'm in the county, they telling me I'm going to beat it. Because when I got caught, I didn't get caught at the scene of the crime. I got caught, like, down the road. Yeah. And so they fingerprinted the house 6 times. They like, man, we can't find your prints in the house. So I'm like, man, y'all beat. Like, you know, I'm still thinking like, man, I'm about to beat the system. Yeah. My co-defendant tell on me. Told on me, like straight up told. He straight told him that we was at the scene of the crime. We did it. And so it was like, yeah, 15 years. Oh, man. First offer, 15 years. I was like, wow, that's different. Yeah.
It's real now.
It's crazy. I had to sit down. I went back to my cell, bro. I had to play tough, but I was hurt. Man. And I just sat back thinking about, wow, look at everything I've done. Look at all that God's brought me through. Look at all this crime I've done. Look at all these people I've hurt. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the grace you've given me. And in that moment, he started just pulling at my heart, like really. He started really like pulling at my heart. And so they come down to 10 years. Come down to 10. And I'm sitting in the county. This is a 9-month span, so I'm getting reset like all the time. And they telling me, you know, so sitting in the county and
Did you start seeking God at all while you're in there? Or it was just like, I'm just doing time?
In the county, a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah. in the county, it was a little bit. It was like I started because, like I said, I have a biblical foundation. So I was reading the Bible. Everybody turned to God in jail. So it wasn't really that genuine. But they came down to 8 years, and so they said 8 years. I'm like, man, if y'all come down below 8 years, I'll sign. They put out a paper on me. It was like, sir, for the past 7 years, you've been in jail every year for a new crime. We're not letting you get nothing less than 8 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that was a slap in the face. Like I said, bro, I had been doing drugs with those guys, cocaine. I had been doing weed. I had been doing ecstasy. When I went to the county jail, I had my skin was different colors, like liver splashes in my face. That's how bad I was. I was burnt up. Yeah. I went to the county and I was detoxing for 3 weeks. Like I was drugged out. Yeah. And it's like when I got that time, I got a peace. And I just, with everything, like I didn't tell you, I had a failed marriage too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and this girl in high school, we got together, we had kids and it failed. We were married, it failed. And so it's just like I was just broken at that point, bro. Yeah. I was broken and God was just like, He's just pouring out on me. And I just started, when I got to prison, because I told you I got an eight-year sentence. I ended up doing 3 years in prison. Okay. Not county, but prison.
Yeah. Before you finish, I just want to ask, because I know you said that you had a baby mother that passed away. How did that coincide as far as with a marriage or relationship that you had from high school?
Oh, well, these are two different people. I didn't tell you. I had both of these women pregnant at the same time. Okay. That's what I was kind of asking. Yeah, I had both of them pregnant at the same time. I was a fool. I was tripping.
So you was a player too in the streets.
I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? But I had two women pregnant at the same time. They had the babies 2 months apart. Oh, so that's why it was two different. Okay.
But you ended up marrying this one.
Yeah, I ended up marrying the other one. You know what I'm saying? After high school. Like, we got married in 2011, something like that.
2011, okay.
Yes, we split in 2014. So it was like a 3-year...
So while you were locked up, she was with you the whole time?
No, it was a failed marriage at that point, right?
By that
so that added to you feeling
story.
like a
brokenness. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, it got bad, bro. Like, got bad, bro. Like, she did some scandalous stuff, bro. Like, I tried to commit suicide behind it too. Like, that's how messed up I was. I was like, she was messing with some of my friends and family. It was just on all sides. She was messing with my friends and family members, bro. It was hard, bro.
Man, so it was just on all sides. The enemy was attacking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
I was trying to kill you, bro.
I was depleted. I was depleted, bro. Like, I had just given up, and God started just giving me a heart. He started like
softening your heart.
Yeah, and it was crazy because when my daughter's mom passed, I went back and looked at the news article because I was so bitter for that for the longest. Yeah. And I saw in the article that there was a branch blocking the stop sign. So the person that ran the stop sign and hit her, they couldn't even see the stop sign. Man. So it was like, man, God was letting me know it was just her time. Yeah. Like, it wasn't even the person's fault. Even though they were drugged, it was like almost like Final Destination. Like, it was meant to be. I don't mean to be insensitive and say it in that sense.
But God has plans for our lives.
It was a plan, and me accepting that, it's like God allowed me to heal. And I had to just give him certain things that people had done. I had to give it to him. My dad not being there and all of the grief and the pain, and I just had to give it to him. I had to unload, bro. Yeah. Because me carrying all of that, bro, it was just too much for me to bear. Yeah. It was too much. And
did all that happen in prison? You giving it to him, like inner healing that the Holy Spirit did in your life?
I started going to church like 4 days a week again. I was in church every time they opened their doors. There were people coming from the free world, Brother Rudy, Brother Sam, a whole bunch of brothers that still I keep in contact with that were just coming and pouring into us, bro. They were just giving us life, giving us the Bible. And I met this guy named Vernon, bro. He was like, he still is like a fervent believer. Yeah. This man, one time he was fasting for 3 days and was fasting for so long he passed out preaching. Like, that's how it took. And he taught me how to fast. This brother was serious about Christ, and he helped me get my fire lit. Yeah. And from there, God just did it, bro. Like, I started studying God, like the Bible, the Hebrew roots, and just getting to the culture and everything.
So what year was this? What year was this whenever you were like, you know what, I really do need
2016.
2016.
2016, 2017, bro, my God started really like.
And you were locked up at this point, right?
I was in prison. Yeah, and God, he also spoke to me in that time.
That's only 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah. He spoke to me, and he was like, your new name will be the good servant. He said it as clear as day.
Oh, come on.
And I was like, what? I woke up, I was like, what? Nah, good. Ain't nothing good about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, nah, God. I really, but I went and looked up what the word good meant in the Bible. And it means that you're a good steward, you're trustworthy, you're faithful. Not that I'm a good person by merit, but you're being faithful over what God has given you. And that was the assignment. It was a name, but it was also an assignment. And bro,
It was something
from
God
there,
was calling you to.
Yeah, and then he also sent people to speak directly into my life. Like this one it was just different pastors. Like, bro, it was powerful. Like one time, this one lady, and I'm skipping around, but this one lady told me, I went to church, I was sitting on the back row. She was like, if you go back in the streets, you can go back to prison. And that's exactly what happened. Like God was sending all these people, different people to me. This one dude came to me and he was like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but your son Jaden is going to be the reason why you break these generational curses on your family. Because my dad's an alcoholic. I studied with alcoholism. I struggled with alcoholism and anger at one point. And all these things, you could see them like passed down. Like some of it's genetic almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so, yeah, bro, like he gave me the name and I really didn't know what I was doing coming out. Like I knew I loved God. I knew the word. And I was just walking, you know, and when I got out of prison, God just started placing the right people around me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it, but I met Trey 9 when I was in the county for the first time, last time. And I was like, well, you know, I seen you before. Woo, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, this might just be the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And so I got out, you know, I linked up with a few people, John Jenkins, my brother, man. He really like.
Shout out John Jenkins.
HCU.
HCU. Have y'all heard about John Jenkins? No.
Get the tape. Yo, we're going to do a drop. Yeah. But, yeah, man, he just placed good, authentic people around me, bro, to help me strengthen my walk. And, you know, I just did the legwork, bro. I just started pushing, and I was really serious. I was really hungry because God showed me the love, unconditional love of him, not of people, but of him in a way I had never seen before, bro. Through people, though. He was doing it through people while I was in prison. And people would come in from the world and just love me like I wasn't even a criminal.
In a time when your heart has become cold to people, God used people to get through to you.
And there was this prison ministry called Bridges to Life. And what it is victims, real victims come in and talk to us about what they've been through and how they affected. And they actually are dedicated to us prisoners. These people are victims, bro. Like they've
victims
been
of crimes?
Yes.
Okay.
And they come to the prison and speak to us and help us get better, bro. Wow. Like, why would a victim come up here and care about prisoners? Like, it was just, God was just showing me that life and people were more than what I gave him credit for. And, bro, I haven't been the same since, bro. I promise a fire in me, bro. Like,
come on, I feel
it's not the same, bro.
The Lord gave you that heart of flesh.
Never be
that
the
heart of
same,
stone.
bro.
One thing I want to bring up, right? So you get out of prison, you start seeking God. At what point do you meet your current wife?
Oh, it's crazy because I met her back in 2011. I was going to her dad's church, and we didn't look at each other like that. When I got out, you know, we started talking, and so it's been about 4 years.
The reason I bring her up is because about a year ago we were talking, and you had told me that she was struggling with some health issues.
Yeah, we had a scare, man. We found out, you know, she wasn't feeling good and, you know, stuff like that. And so she went to the doctor, not the hospital, but she found out she had like a growth in her throat and it could have been potentially cancerous. It was like a growth. You know?
So they had to run tests and y'all
ran tests.
They left y'all kind of up in the air about what it could possibly be.
Yeah, we were up in there for like months, like maybe two months maybe. Because with COVID and everything going on, things were like moving real slow. It took us a while to even get a surgery date. Like, also, we had to save up for the surgery. It was a lot, like financially straining. It was a rough season, but even when we found out, we still didn't lose faith. Like, we knew God was going to get us through it. It wasn't even like we didn't even really tell nobody about it. Like, we didn't broadcast it. We didn't, like, document it. Like, we just, like, you know, of course, people like y'all knew, close people to us, but, like, you know, she ended up having a growth the size of an egg in her throat. We found out, and it could have been cancerous. You know, good thing that God allowed it. It wasn't. She had that removed, and she had to recover. It was real hard because they slit her throat open right here. Ouch. They had to go in and take one of her thyroids out.
And how is she doing right now, though?
She's doing better. You know, they still have to make sure, because you have to wait a couple months to make sure that the levels, you know, are right. Because 60 days out or like right after, you can't really tell because your levels are still functioning normal. So you got to kind of wait. see how things go. But
That's crazy, because I remember you told me that your wife, she was a business owner. And she was opening a new business. She already had like 3 going.
Bro, she has a radio station right now. She's doing hair. She's
Put this
doing
on.
food,
No,
all that.
I need my hair done too. No, and I'll be hungry.
Nah,
No.
big shout out, man, because it's beautiful to see the transformation, because back then you would have probably acted out because of the hurt. But there has been so much healing in the time that you spent with the Lord in prison. You know, he had to put you in that little pocket to heal you from the inside. Then now you acted different. You just have faith through it all.
Yeah, my pastor actually told me, he spoken to me. He was like, man, God has called you to be a leader in this generation.
Come on.
And as long as you walk in forgiveness, he's going to elevate you.
Come on.
Forgiveness, walking in forgiveness is the key.
Yeah.
Man, my baby mama, we on good terms, bro. Like, it'll never be a relationship there, but as far as parenting and co-parenting and
As it
showing
should
that
be.
love as a person and respect,
Yeah.
because that was hard for me to have a respect for her after some of the stuff she did, but I respect her. Like, I love her.
But that's what God can do, man.
No, even the people other people that harm me or wrong me, like, God just showed me that the healing is for you.
Yeah.
It's for you to be a better person. And, you know, it's just leaders, we go through a lot, but you're called for that. Like, it's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? There's no glory without a story. You know,
I want to ask, like, who was around you in this, like, leading up to whenever your wife went through? And the reason I'm asking is because, like, you have the situation with your ex-wife. You have the situation with your baby's mother who passed away. And a person who isn't necessarily found in stable and firm faith can easily turn back to this, like, God, you've done this to me, you've done that to me, and now this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people could take that mind frame.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I had gotten to these ceilings in my faith. Like, I would get to a certain place in my faith and would give up. Like, man, God, this too hard. I told you I'd stick with you this time, but it done got too hard.
Yeah.
And I made up my mind to not give up, bro. And when that first time I didn't give up, and I waited on God, even when it was real uncomfortable and ugly and I didn't have control, he came through.
Come on.
And he's done it every time since then, bro.
Won't he do it?
He pushed you to the edge just to show you that there's greater.
Because a lot of times,
That's
like,
growth.
and this is a testimony, bro. Like, my rent just got paid for 6 months.
Man, hold up.
Come on, bro.
And I
Jesus.
I was at a point where I was in transition because I got a good paying job, but I wanted to work ministry, and God was just like, you know, I didn't have the financial means to think about.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you can't think; you got to just act. And God gave me that grace to,
Praise God.
you know, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes God will give you that choice to decide. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just beautiful, bro. Like, God's been so amazing, and I'm still growing. I'm still learning. Like, I'm like you say, this was 5 years ago. It wasn't like it was 10. You know what I'm saying? I still have times where I struggle, or I'm not. You know, I don't make the best decisions. But thanks to people around me, and like Pastor Billy Bernard, man, shout out to Pastor Billy. He meets with me on the regular. He holds me accountable. Like, you know, I have pastors that I'm accountable to. I have people that I answer to.
That's good.
And they hold me accountable. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they make sure I'm doing what I'm saying I'm doing.
Yeah. I want to ask you something, right? Because you didn't have a father figure. Your brothers kind of left, so it was like you didn't have a male figure in your life, right? And we said that. But how hard did that affect at all whenever God started bringing male figures into your life? Was that something that's like, all right, God, now we need to handle this area in my life?
Yeah, it still gets hard at times, you know, because you see imperfections in people.
Yeah.
And that can make you like, you know, put up guards quick. But being vulnerable is the key to growth. You have to be vulnerable, people. You have to it's like you open yourself up to get hurt again. You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you can't heal. You can't experience full love of people if you only let them so far. You know, I mean, and that's just like my brother Issa Rebel. He lost one of his friends. Man, Pastor Robert Booth, he died due to gun violence while preaching the gospel. Wow. So he was preaching the gospel in the hood and got shot. You know, and just
Where
people like
was this
him. This was in North Carolina, High Point, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like just stories like that just show you like the way Rebel dealt with that. My friend Rebel, he dealt with that. It was just like, man, he you know, he opened up and he allowed that thing to be a positive thing and not a negative. He turned it around and uses it for God's glory.
Yeah.
And that's why we're so passionate about these street ministries, bro, because that's what Pastor Robert Booth was about. He was a street evangelist, you know. Yeah. And it's just, man, God's placed so many amazing people around me. I can't take credit for it. It's like out of my hands.
Yeah.
Even with my music, people are like, man, you got all these, man, these relationships are genuine.
Yes.
It's not like I'm just back here trying to scheme up like, You
Who's
know,
gonna blow me up next?
I'll
because
say this,
people-
especially in Houston.
yeah, people like Fire. He been rooting for me since day one.
That's what's up.
Like since day one, Fire said, "I believe in you, you dope."
Yeah.
We're just now getting to the song part, but
Yeah.
even Anthony H, it's been like real. You know,
Yeah.
like it's all been real. It's not like I'm just picking and you know.
Yeah.
So-
You're bringing up all these people and you're bringing up music real quick. Tell us, what's your ties to Carolina?
Yeah.
My ties to Carolina is Bloodball Music. I do ministry with Bloodball Music out there. It's a music ministry group, so they do music. Basically, you know, they do hip hop, street music, kind of like Eyes on Me, and that's one of their ways they bring people in. They do backpack drives, tour drives, all kind of outreach, help pay people's bills whenever we can. You know,
Yeah.
And It's a Rebel is the artist that's out there. His wife Ashley and Jessica and everybody. We have a full staff. Like
Man.
if I tried to name everybody, I'm going to miss somebody's name. And
So shout out to everybody out there.
Bloodball music,
Bloodball
and that's
music.
how'd you link up with them though? Like, cause they in a whole different
The
state.
internet, like just that's
Okay.
how powerful the internet is. Me and Rebel, we just, you know, man, that guy's heart and his spirit is just so much like mine.
Yeah.
He's such a genuine person. He's such a loving person, such a humble dude, a husband, father. Just if he preaches Bible study at his dad's church every Sunday, plays the keyboard there like he's a server, bro. Like
Man.
he's humble, he serves, and it's just he makes me be a better person. Like he's with it, like for people all the way.
Yeah, that's what's up,
So
man.
yeah, it was only right.
So what's going down as far as Houston? What music you got coming up? What music have you released? What videos are coming up? You know what I'm saying? Tell us what's going down.
Man,
on, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I got some stuff in the works. Some stuff I can't talk about. You know
Okay,
what
you know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
Come on, drop some hints.
Yeah, give us a hint.
Me,
so that way we
Anthony,
have to
I'm
have you
gonna say
come
me,
back.
Anthony H, Rick Meeks, Quay Newsom. We working on some heat. That's all I
Okay.
can say. That's all I can say.
on.
You know, and also,
Hey, that's gonna be fire, bro, because it's a lot of lyricism. you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talent, bro.
And
that right
anointing,
there,
you know what I'm saying?
like it's overstacked card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And even that was natural. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rick and Shaquay, they reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? And we just, man, it's been family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and Fire got a video coming out for Better, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Hey,
And that song is tight, man. If you ain't heard Better,
Yeah.
y'all need to go stream that straight
Hey,
up.
my boy said that that's Fire. I don't know. I hope you don't mind me saying it. That's
Hey.
Fire's best feature.
Yeah, that's how I
You
feel.
know?
Like when I heard Fire, at first I didn't even realize it was him because he switched his style up so much.
Yeah.
Fire hard,
And I was
bro.
like, hold on, did Fire switch it up like that? So I brought it back,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, that's Fire. I'm like, that boy right there.
I only
He did
knew
this beat.
I only knew it was Fire because he said Fire.
Came
no,
with
no,
it, bro.
no.
Like,
And I agree with him with that because I was like, the song, that's not something I would see Fire on. You know what I'm saying? And some artists, they can't go outside of their comfort zone. But I'm like, man, he killed it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
So that was
elevated on
a
that
good
one.
look getting him on that one.
that was me and Ashley singing on the hook, so it was
Fire.
God, bro. Like,
Fire.
God. It was God.
Shout out
So,
to
Yeah, and that's a fire hook. Your verse fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, you a lyricist. You
Yeah.
bringing, keeping it real on that hip hop tip where the words rhyme. You know what I'm saying? You on beat. You rhyming double syllables. You know what I'm saying? You throwing bars in there that make you think.
Can you rap something with Orange real quick?
Orange,
No, I'm playing with you.
Orange,
Where you get that from? I heard that somewhere.
That Eminem.
Okay.
Orange.
Orange,
So orange.
so orange. Yeah, you got a slant rhyme.
Yeah. I was just
why.
wondering.
Yeah, but what else? What else I got? Me and Rebel got an album we working on, Believer Beach.
So there's a lot of stuff coming. And one thing I want to bring up, because you said everything that you dropped so far, they're EPs, even though, to be honest with you, I'm like, they albums.
Yeah, I haven't dropped a real album yet.
But you working on an album.
Working on the album Life on Mars. It's
Life
gonna
on
be
Mars.
crazy,
Oh, I
bro.
remember you mentioned
I
that
like how you
before.
said that. So I'm going to
Crazy.
say this. How far are we from Mars? And what I
We're
mean is
about-
your EP.
We're about
I mean
maybe
your album.
7 or 8 months.
Okay.
I got to get some singers in the studio. We got to do it legit.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna be
also,
crazy.
is this being sponsored by Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos?
You know what I'm saying?
Jeff Bezos for sure.
We got to put this album on the first ship to Mars. Well, not the
And make
first,
it
but
an
the next.
NFT.
Yeah,
Yeah, got to.
yeah.
Yeah, man, that Life on Mars is actually like my life's work. I've been working on this album since 2016.
Man.
A lot of this stuff is
2016?
old, but that's how hard it is.
So you was locked up
Yeah.
when you wrote some of this.
That's how hard it is. It's timeless. Like, it's,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how. It's some of my best, deepest stuff, bro. It's real crazy. Real
Amen.
Crazy.
So where can the people find you at?
Find the Servant on all streaming platforms. On IG, it's the Servant IG. Facebook, I have the Servant's page, or Anthony Willis if you want to find my personal page. TikTok, the Servant. Twitter, the Servant. My link tree is
That
on
boy on
Instagram.
Twitter, bro.
Yeah,
Half the
well-
people on here, 90% of the people on here ain't
I
on
be
Twitter.
trying to get on Twitter, like it be popping. So I be
I
trying.
don't
to
get
make
on
sure
Twitter
I'm
because that's where people get canceled. That's what I've heard.
Say the
I don't
wrong
know.
thing. All I do is retweet. So
What do
I'm
you?
good
Hey,
now,
what do you
but
do on TikTok?
Nothing. I'm old, so I be
Okay.
reposting and.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to start
Let
working.
me find
on
out
it,
you be
though.
doing
I
all
got
these
some-
little.
I got some stuff I'm about to drop.
Pop like
I'm about to
Yeah.
start getting on TikTok more.
Yeah.
I got some stuff.
And also, I want to say this, bro. The new song "Better" with Fire, it's on our playlist. The new CHH. I don't know if you heard it, but we got a playlist on Spotify because sometimes you put the Serpent and you get a lot of results.
Yeah.
we
So-
ain't never spoke about that on the podcast.
Yeah, so
We
if
got
you
a
ain't
playlist
heard
for
it, we
y'all.
got a playlist. Follow us. Let's chop it up on Spotify. That song is a part of the new
Wow.
CHH playlist because we was feeling that. But yeah, we made a post. You liked it. You probably didn't read the little caption. though.
Yeah, I probably
But
did.
it's
Hey,
I
speaking
did
about
see that. I did see that. I'm
Yeah,
lying.
yeah.
I did see.
before we start wrapping up all the way. Speaking about a post, man, you have put something about people not necessarily caring too much for lyricism and more about the
Put
vibe.
some
Get me in
respect
trouble.
on
No,
hip
No,
hop.
no, no, no,
Come
no.
on,
I ain't trying to do that.
No.
Because like I told you from the beginning, you have the it's not a pocket. It's just like you have lyrics, but it also has that like you could jam it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and I mean, I just feel like, and I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I posted that was
Yeah.
because I was watching this CHH artist, and he's a big artist, like not local, none of that.
Yeah.
Like he's at. Like,
So
one
don't
of the
worry,
top.
Houston. He
Yeah,
wasn't
he's not
talking
local.
about
I
you.
wasn't talking about nobody
No.
in Houston.
He was talking about my new mixtape that's
But-
dropping next week.
Cop it.
Nah, I'm playing.
Stop it. Nah.
Yeah.
But
On the Spotify playlist, nah, I'm playing.
the dude was like, man, I got this song and it's the best lyrical, like hands down. Nobody can touch it.
Man.
So I'm like, okay, this dude probably got something. Let
Yeah.
me go listen to this. Like, I put the song on, boo boo.
Oh man,
But this man got like 90,000 monthly listeners. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was another artist who was saying the same thing. Like a lot of these dudes.
does he come to rap like this?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
No.
I ain't gonna do too
But
much more because
It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, like,
Yeah.
what are people listening to? And then, you know what? I started listening to other artists that were at the top. Like, just, you know, like they're young, you know what I'm saying? But they got a lot of looks. They getting a lot of good looks. And
Yeah.
the music was just whack. Like, in my opinion, I'm like,
it wasn't your
what
cup of
is it?
tea.
it was like, he wasn't saying nothing, but because he had this swag, like, it was like people liked it.
Yeah.
It was still kind of weird, though. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Then that's what made me post it. Like, people not listening for
yeah.
bars. They're listening for a certain
And that's
sound.
true, man. I realized that a few years ago because I had disappeared from hip hop for a while. I thought it was like from the devil or whatever. And then coming back, you're like, I'm used to like the old school music. You know what I'm saying? Music that speaks to your heart or that has something that'll make you think. You know that kind of 90s woke music and stuff. And then some of this music, you hear it. And it's like, it sounds tight, but they ain't saying nothing.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And
what I'm
that's the
saying?
thing. Like, I wasn't really saying it like to step on nobody's toes or
Yeah.
be angry. I was just
It was your perspective on the situation.
It was weird, bro. Like,
Why, people winning on you or what?
no, you know,
They just had different opinions.
I just like to me personally when I rap I like to talk about Ferraris, gold chains.
With your gang.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really do believe proclaim it or claim it or
claim it, name it,
something, whatever that is.
name it and claim
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I love that ministry. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
But,
Lord forgive me.
I ain't gonna lie. In CHH though, it's hard though. Like
Yeah.
people analyze everything you do.
Yeah.
So it's harder for us
Yeah.
to do it. But
Yeah.
the mainstream, these dudes on Fortnite and all that, man, look, they making millions off of saying just anything, Corvette, or you know whatever. I mean,
Skirt,
and
skirt.
it's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that it still is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It still
That's
makes my
why
statement true.
I wanted to
You know what I'm
come on Let's Chop It Up and let y'all know first. I'm no longer a Christian artist. I'm just a rapper.
saying? Just a rapper.
TikTok,
You know what I'm
TikTok
saying?
rapper.
I'm trying to get this Lecrae views.
Phenomenal.
No, I'm playing with you. I'm no longer a
Rappers
Christian
rapping.
podcaster. I'm just a podcaster. Lecrae, I'm gonna come join you. I believe what you said. No, I'm playing with y'all.
I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't gonna speak
Yeah,
about
I'm just-
that. Crazy.
I'm
That's a
just-
touchy subject.
I'm just playing. Man, he don't watch this, bro.
I mean, I was gonna say.
Oh, he watches it.
Lecrae,
Yeah,
though,
I
I ain't gonna lie. Lecrae,
I know.
I feel like he's still
Love you,
CHH.
Lecrae. I was just
He's
playing.
Lecrae,
It's a
Lecrae go
joke.
hard, bro. Like
still
I've been
CHH,
rocking
he
with
just don't
Lecrae
say
since I got.
Please forgive. Hey, look,
2
because
years after I got saved,
y'all
I
say he
felt
might
like
be
Lecrae.
watching this. Please forgive me, Lecrae. It was a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's for the streets.
We making this a snippet for Lecrae.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but that's what's up, man. Keep hip hop alive and CHH. Keep the lyricism going, bro. It's fire. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man.
Yes, sir.
But with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Go follow this brother.
Follow that brother, man.
Powerful testimony, what God has done in 5 years. That is
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, for anybody that's watching and isn't saved, or anybody who's watching and feels that they're in a predicament where it's like, where's God at in this moment? Man, that's 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But it started though. You know what I'm saying? So start following God the way we should. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. God bless. Deuce.
In Jesus' name.
You got a purpose.
Yes, sir.
Ain't going back, no. I battled with fears all of my life, acting for peers, caught in the lights, running from pain, running from change, feeling revered by earning the stripes, not knowing the price. Yeah, was rolling the dice, saw my career was only a play, saw that the tears was only the hype, was better to metal for all of the teams.